Right, hello and welcome back to the hot country map. We are playing a 2K by 2K map, 700 towns, 1500 industries. And I'm still in the process of getting passengers and mail done. As a reminder to everyone, including myself. So that's an unfinished train line. And I'm connecting trams along the unfinished train line. And we're almost at the end of this one. So let me get, actually this will generally do, I did not want to close the map. Doesn't matter. Right, play. Mouse bottom. Embo pool. Well, there's not much point in coming in here, is it? 7. The depot here. Except that it's the wrong direction. Depot there. Another one here. Then they can turn around. That one's unsorted. Sorted of sorts. Pixie word. G mouse bottom. Clone. Clone. Mouse bottom. Nice. Not interested. I haven't actually played this for a few days. I'm still spending way too much time on validating all the vehicles in the new GRS stuff. Also, I added the M250, which is like a real train. It's the Japanese version of sorts of what have I done? Oh, the cargo DMU, which is also a real train. It just that it's technically a different name. I don't know if I want to keep the names. I'm in a bit of a conundrum over there. So like the cargo DMU is technically called the Windhof. Hold on. Windhof Cargo Splinter. That's the official name of it. And I'm very tempted to just make it so. In fact, I think I will. The other part of it would be that I would need to clean up some of the brand names, which it's fun. I don't know. I guess the logical question is that, so one of the things I am doing, which is not available in this version, not the least because back then there was no such thing, is badges. And badges are also available for countries, like country flags. Um, I don't know. I need to think about this whole topic a little. But in the meantime, we are playing this game. loan me that. Like back on the previous topic, and sticking with the Windhoff cargo splinter, because it's a good example. So in the game, it is tagged as Deutschbahn 640 or whatever it is, I don't remember. Which, while it's not incorrect and we're not using liveries, the Windhoff is being used elsewhere. There are a few in the UK, and it is my understanding that there are a few elsewhere too. You see my problem. Mm. I mean, if this map's going to go anything like the other one, then I'll be very upset with myself in a few tens of episodes time when essentially I'll be trying to build railways across everything. And in case you're following the other one, I'm now at the point where I want to build out. Well, initially I started doing stuff like steel because I had completed the passenger services and that was fine. But then, yeah, just clone and go to whatever town that is. This. So I started building out steel, which then requires, coal and iron and that sort of stuff. And then I thought, well, okay, why don't I do ports? Because engineering supplies. And this is where it gets pretty or ugly, depending on how masochistic one is. Um, because, you know, in temperate climate, clay goes to the port. But guess what? A clay pit takes engineering supplies, and so I end up having an airport, which is more of a transfer center, really, with 50, 60,000 units of engineering supplies, which then, this is where the grammatical element of should be comes in, like, should it really? Should be redistributed. And then there's this whole huge network of shit. And because of MapGen, I have trains that go across quite literally half of the map, i.e. 1,000 times each direction. Because it's like in this one where certain things weren't generated across large parts of the map. Which, you know, is a bug, but on the one hand, with hot and wet, I had 2 other maps generated before. One of which was bad, and one of which would have been good, but I effed up something. I now don't remember what it was. I ran out of money most of all. I think, some such anyway. But with a big map, I am actually playing asses, and I haven't quite figured out if the map generation bug is a bug with FIRS or the patch pack. I think it might be the patch pack, because John commented on Discord that he had patched very recently, a few days ago, something related to this. I'm most obviously not going to restart the game. So it's just, yeah, part of the challenge. See how it goes anyway. I need an actual stop here, don't I? I don't so much care about how much it costs. And one thing I'm trying to gauge is how many episodes it's actually going to take to finish things. With this one, I have wholeheartedly no clue because I never that was not shared orders. Because I never played art countries, so even though we have fewer industries, but we have more goods and they're a little more tricky to well, just deliver really. Because they go more places and it's more complex. With the other one, I'm currently on episode 90. don't know. I think it's safe to say we have made very little progress overall. With that in mind, yeah, no, it's very little progress because I'm basically doing the same thing as I was doing here, or well, I mean with the passengers. That is that. What is this? Mail, and this doesn't do mail. And I split the map into 10, and I've done like half of one of them steel wise, and the stuff that flows into it. And the same with quartz and clay. I mean, obviously, I did all the human stuff, which had taken me 60 odd episodes. So, in that respect, we're not doing too terribly. But then, if it takes 30 episodes to, let's just say, fill up 1/10 of the map with regards to like mining related stuff, because half clay and stuff, and yeah, stuff, then it's 300 episodes for the mining things, and the food has not been touched yet, which also means farming supplies, and okay, I need to do something here before they start hating me. Yeah, let's come further this way. Now, it's my genuine expectation that these maps, especially the other ones, are going to take me real life years. At which point people either watch it or they don't. If no one watches it, then maybe not. If people do keep an eye on it, at least casually, obviously more inclined. Mm. I'm speaking for myself anyway, but I never really watched anything more than 50 episodes. But there's only so much interest anyway. Like when I started this whole thing, I was watching a guy playing Stellaris. Yeah, come here. But I'm actually one of the people that do watch things, so I don't have it as a background noise. I watch it, which then means I didn't finish him watching doing his 120 episodes because I don't know, it requires an element of concentration that I don't have. Okay, these can turn it down there. You could just actually do this. It would be a lot more sensible. As I said at some point earlier, allegedly there was a guy who was doing a 4K by 4K map, although I don't know how many towns and industries, and that took him 5 years. Whether or not he even like it's a legend, whether or not elements of it, like to what extent they may be true, I have no clue. Okay, let's do this way. I don't necessarily want to sit 5 years over this, and the actual activity levels in YouTube, I think, without mentioning names, there's one person, hello, hi, if you're watching, who actually comments occasionally. And I think I'm going to assume it's a he purely because statistically, according to YouTube, literally everyone's a he who's watching this. 100%. So he might be on the end of the 80-20 scale where you have your 80% of your something comes from 20% of your something. You know, you basically have loyal, hardcore people. But that's normal. That's your Pareto's rule, 80-20. If you're not familiar, look it up. And then, unsurprisingly, most other people, again, from the YouTube analytics, I know this, most other people watch some minutes and then they turn off. Mouse worth. I think if I ever finish passenger and mail services, which of course, on the proviso that the world doesn't end until then, should happen eventually. I still think it will take a total of 30-ish episodes to do that. Possibly a bit more, because this is... Well, which episode is this? This is 18, so I don't really think it will be done by episode 40. Like, we are 40% done on the people thing. I still need to do this and these. Yeah, do this block and that block and then build a chain. Nope. So yeah, if I ever finish, I'm paused. With the town-related things, I will probably do, again, engineering supplies, but I think in this map it's a little trickier. I don't want to refit you. Because supplies come from more than one place. Okay, yeah. And this is not a good idea. Okay, partially sorted. Layout of this town is very suboptimal. Very off topic. So tomorrow, real time tomorrow, it's going to be elections in my. I don't know if it still qualifies as home country, having lived in the UK for 20 years. But anyway, birth country, I guess. And without being too political about it, the current government has been in power for 16 odd years, and people are extremely divided over the whole thing. And so everyone's saying that tomorrow night they're going to get drunk, very drunk. Either because they'll be happy or because they'll be sad and upset. Mind you, by the time you're watching this, they will be gone. On the assumption that shit doesn't hit the fan, which, see how that goes. Okay, so we seem to be missing things here. No, we're not. It's just users seemingly stupid. Go from stores to whatever this is, Windyton. Fine. And then edge up here. Mm. I keep doing this. Turn it on there. Then probably something. Don't care. Oh, I actually built stuff here. Yes, so that's done. Come up here, which I've definitely not done. And I'm doing an abundance of depots, but doesn't really matter. I'm not paying for infrastructure anyway. Okay, I'll do this because it's easier. Actually, correction, I think I have 2 people who watch most of this stuff. Just remember, I got a comment from someone a few days ago, and they commented, probably he again, other one's a he. He commented that, anyway, I said something in whichever episode, but I said it quite late-ish into the given episode, so he must have watched it, not just the first few minutes. Okay, so where am I? Where am I now? This one's still outstanding. Time 20 minutes. Itchy belly. Better. That building's bigger than the whole town. The city of Bitchy Belly. E018. It's where the entrance to Upside Down is. And with that, we'll be closing the loop. Almost. Almost. Doesn't matter, does it? Right, so we've pretty much done all of this, so I want to finish this their way. I think that's going to be here. Nope. Let's put down stations here. Some of these are totally bad position, but why do I even have signals? Actually, the last thing I do. However, bit late. I appear to have a lot of bad choices here. And this. Nope. Nope. Right. So back to here and clone. How much time I have? Short of 10. I have to admit, stations could be a little more widely colored on this map. I only have 7. Supposed to be 10. It's a wig. Lumpy. Clink, whatever. Next one, sleepy and egg. Sleepy. Egg. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Go. No, I don't want to build more of those. I want to build this. Someone just pinged me that hasn't pinged me for 4 years. And then, like, things, I replied, like, yeah, things okay? Like, yeah, I hope from the day after tomorrow everything's going to be much better. I know where she's voting. Theoretically, the idea with these stations would be that I connect stuff in properly. In plain English, that would mean not just one random town. I'm clearly not doing that. Right. This will need to be more, I almost said more better, but better organized perhaps is an acceptable word. Is that a word? It's not even particularly sensible. Where am I? Yeah, let's go off that way. Keep doing this. Go. Right. How much time I have now? That's just totally not enough for anything. Yeah, this is a quite poorly placed station. One needs to admit. I have a cunning plan. If I have 2 minutes, then I probably should get on with things. Or had 2 minutes. Yep, that's my time up. Right, so one thing that could be done just to alleviate some of the things is to build one here. I know we're out of time, but I always set it to 54. So technically it's not an hour. No, I don't want that. I want this. Right. So that's on. I am going to save. And, usual, thanks for your attention. And any thoughts, comments, whatnot, let me know. We shall continue shortly. Bye bye.